It's a new year, so you already know what that means. We're gonna talk about some independent wrestlers. They're gonna have a breakout 2023 and see where these men and women end up by the end of the year. If you don't see your favorite wrestler on this list, put them in the comments down below. Let's highlight these incredible women. They're gonna have a top tier wrestling year in 2023. Number 8. Becca. She's an international pop star, has only been in the wrestling business for about 2.5 years. She's a mainstay for Limitless Wrestling, also shows up in Beyond, WXW in Germany, RCW in Spain, CCW, MCW. She's also even appeared on AEW Dark. You're gonna be hearing AEW Dark a lot on these videos. Just won the MCW Women's Championship, so you already know Maryland, you know how I feel about Maryland people. She's in that scene of top women's indie stars that are most likely the next crop of stars to get signed to these major companies. My prediction for her is at some point this year, we're gonna start seeing her on Thursday nights on Impact Wrestling, where she can undoubtedly be one of the top knockouts in that division, going after the likes of Jordan Grace, Taylor Wilde, Deonna Purrazzo, Tasha Steelz, and so many other great women. Number 7, Allie Katch. Allie's always gonna be on this list because she's a top general, the sergeant of independent women's wrestling. She's like today's veteran in the game, but she's not like old. She made her debut for Impact Wrestling last year and obviously always shows up on GCW. She's one of their top stars at this moment. Looking at projection of her career, probably 2023 and beyond, I don't know if she's one of those wrestlers that are gonna show up on television that often or maybe even get signed. And I don't say that as an insult because I think she definitely has the talent to be in the WWE or AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, etc. I really think she's carved out her own space in GCW. Has like her own little universe right there. One of their top stars. If you're going to GCW, you want to see her and Nick Gage and Jordan Oliver, Effie and the whole GCW gang. Her and Effie even won the GCW World Tag Team titles this year, just showing how much of a mainstay she really is for that company. So my prediction for her this year is, one, I would love to see GCW reactivate that GCW Women's Championship, but more importantly, something I think that's just a little bit more spicier, you feel? Think about this. WrestleMania weekend. Allie Katch is in one of the biggest main events of a GCW card that week. Allie Katch going one-on-one with a man that's gang affiliated, MDK, all effing day. Nick Gage versus Allie Katch for the GCW World Championship. There is no logical reason why Allie Katch can't be the GCW World Champion. She won her tag title, so gender-wise, that doesn't matter. She's already held one of their world titles. By the end of 2023, if she hasn't at least challenged for the title, I think Allie Katch is gonna be the GCW World Champion. Number 6. Sandra Moon. I actually wasn't too familiar with Sandra until my friend actually referred her for this list. And after a few minutes of watching her, I was like, holy crap, she's good. And she's been working with the top independent stars right now, with the likes of Jordan Oliver, Lainey Luck, AJ Gray, Ashton Starr, Kevin Blackwood, and even she wrestled Simon Gotch. You know, the guy from the Vaudevillains or the Enzo Shoot interview. I love seeing people grow in the ring, and you can actually watch her improvement over these last years. Just gets better each match, and I love it. She's also a pretty strong GCW mainstay, and I know this is like a weird thing to say, but my prediction for her this year is that she would be a top contender for the MLW Featherweight Championship. And I know GCW and MLW, they're not holding hands and skipping through a meadow of daisies, right? But that's office stuff, whatever, they don't get along. This is about the wrestlers getting that bag and getting that experience of saying, yes, I was a contracted pro wrestler on a television show. And I think her signing with MLW gives her that credibility to win a TK, to win a Triple H, or to bring her on to more dark tapings or NXT. And she has the experience in her belt of, yo, I was signed at one point, so like, I'm legit, brother, give me the bag. Number 5, Trish Adora. She's one of those talents that has to be in the top 5 every single year, or like your list ain't valid, brother. She can appear for any company on any part of the globe, and people will love her. She has something about her, and I just don't know what it is yet. She's also from DC, and I love my hometown people more. She just came off a tour being at Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. She's a consistent new face on AEW Dark, CZW, and a lot of the East Coast independent scene. And she's still reigning as a Pan-African Diaspora World Champion, which holding that championship, having those intergender matches, holding a gender-neutral title, put her on the PWI 500 at number 44. At one point, she was even signed to Ring of Honor before all that kind of just fell apart. There's a reason Tony Khan consistently uses her on Dark so much. I think Trish Adora, if Jade Cargill doesn't do it first, will be the first African-American woman, black woman, to hold the AEW Women's World Championship. To actually not like Trish Adora is a federal crime, and you can go to jail for that. Number 4, Kylan King. Adam Power herself in Red Velvet challenged for the NWA Women's Tag Team Championship. She's also challenged for the NWA Women's World title. What I'm saying is she surrounds herself with greatness constantly, and it's about time that greatness in her is also fulfilled on TV. She's wrestled in every major wrestling company besides WWE in North America. She appears on Dark all the time. She's appeared in NWA all the time. Impact Wrestling here and there. Where I think she'd be a perfect fit, especially for the championship scene and just building out that division itself. She has a very hard-hitting style that would really work for that brand, so I would just love to see Kylan King in Ring of Honor. Number 3, Billy Starks. Billy actually just recently made her debut at MLW Blood and Thunder against Kayla Cassidy, another mainstay in the GCW, JCW brands, even promotions like Black Label and Wrestling Revolver, even AEW Dark. She's doing all of this at the age of 18. She's doing a whole lot for someone that isn't the legal age to drink or rent a car. That's a perfect sign for the WWE or AEW, especially with those companies signing people like Roxanne Perez or Nick Wayne. They are invested on signing these young stars to big contracts. That way they learn and grow into the superstar that they'll become on television. But if neither one of those companies are in the near future for Billie Starkz, I could easily see her take a tour over to Japan for TJPW, Stardom, New Japan, and have a significant run over there, even if it doesn't end in the contract. A big prediction for her, if it's not this year, then it's next year, but it's one of the two. It's either WWE or AEW. Maybe leaning a little bit more towards AEW, but it's one of the two. Number 2, Kylie Rae. She's always been one of my favorites, so there's no doubt she's gonna be on the list. She even had a WWE tryout just last year, and we all saw the fact that she showed up on main event, taking on Dana Brooke as Brianna Ray. We haven't seen anything come out of that tryout or that main event slot, so she might still be on Indies right now for the time being. But there's no way they just had some independent wrestler make her WWE main event debut, and she's not gonna end up in NXT very soon. They put her in that arena, they gave her the stage and everything. Yeah, I don't see how she doesn't end up in WWE. But last year, she also wrestled for Warriors of Wrestling, West Coast Glory Pro, Freelance, NWA, Rev Pro, and New Japan against some of the top stars in the industry. With my heart and soul, I truly believe that Kylie Rae is meant to be in the WWE. And number 1, Emily J. You're just putting your friends on the top of the list. I'm biased. The Thunder trained at Flatbacks with Tyler Breeze and Shawn Spears, where just last year she made her independent wrestling debut. We're not even into a calendar year so far of her wrestling, and she's already appeared for AML, Title Match Ladies Night Out, and FWE. She's absolutely amazing. I feel like she's gonna really run that East Coast this year, wrestling from Maine to Florida, up and down, and maybe the West Coast as well. Now, I love to just say you're going to WWE on site, but it's been like 5 months. Maybe. So I still think it's a little bit of time before TK or Triple H is calling. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible that she ends up signing on a per appearance deal possibly with the NWA or Impact Wrestling. Impact has a really strong knockouts division. NWA is building out their women's division. The more people you can add to your roster only gives a real reason why they should be considered one of the top companies in the world. Emily has a really strong social media presence, and the IWC will get behind anything that she's doing, as they should. She's talented and she's a really nice person. You guys should just follow her. These indies can be coming out the mud looking for her, because a retweet from her does a lot more than from your 300-pound, still wearing a t-shirt, hillbilly, Steve Austin style gimmick wrestler who has 6 followers on Hive, and all of them are mutual friends from Facebook. The girl got clout is what I'm trying to say. So any independent promotion that's watching this, I don't know about y'all, but I think wrestling companies grow when they have 2 things, money and clout. And she got the clout, so go ahead and make some money. But yeah, guys, in the comments down below, if I left out any independent women's wrestler you feel like should have been highlighted on this list, drop her name in the comments so we all get to be exposed to these wonderful women in wrestling. And I'll see you guys in the next video when we talk about 8 independent male wrestlers that will also be having a breakout 2023 and show up in WWE, in AEW, and Impact, and New Japan, and Ring of Honor. But make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we're out.
We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.